Bo'ness. Good morning YouTube. It is Sunday the 17th of May 2026 and I'm here at the Bo'ness Kinneil Railway, and behind me you can see resplendent in its shiny new coat of paint is 37025. So we're here for the diesel gala. Unfortunately that thing is not running today. Technical problems, it's not been fixed in time for the gala. 37403 is out and about. I just missed the train. I got here in time to film the two Class 99s and 37403 off to the other end of the line. So hopefully I'm going to get on the next train. But while I wait, I'm just going to have a look around the museum here at Bo'ness. Just arriving here. Like they've left the Class 99s at Manuel. So we're inside the Museum of Scottish Railways now. Some new exhibits in here. This is 91131, which is still in LNER livery. So I'll come right down the end here so you can see the front end. When this was built in 1991, I remember when these were new, and here it is in a museum now. Next to Gordon Highlander, which is Great North of Scotland Railway number 49, which is a beautiful, beautiful engine. And then further along here we've got I think that's a Highland Railway composite coach next to the Duke of Sutherland's saloon, where we have a couple of bearded gentlemen looking over the plans in there. Very, very luxurious coach. But this is interesting. This is the this is a Gresley teak sleeping car built for the LNER, but kept on into British Rail days. In the sort of 1970s corporate blue era livery, all wood inside. This wouldn't have been visible normally, but they've glazed this so you can see the sort of central heating boiler inside there. So you can come inside, I'll see a sleeping compartment. So this is a first class sleeping compartment, one bed, and it's got a sort of private sitting room. Only one chair and a table in there with a little sink. It's rather plain inside for something that's meant to be first class, but you get a lot of space at least. I imagine third class passengers would be more like the modern sleepers, where you've got the bunk beds. I don't think they have any third class compartments open. Oh, what's down here? Maybe this is one. No, just another first class berth. So we're just with the single bed. And that, I think, is the attendant's cabin with original tea kettle, various breakers for things, and just a simple bench seat for the attendant. And that's it. That's the sleeper train built in the 1930s. So bringing the sleeper train story up to date, we've got a Mark III sleeper coach. So I've been in one of these going down to London from Glasgow. Still got all the Caledonian sleeper stickers and what have you inside. And still has the ScotRail purple moquette, I guess, left over from, and carpet as well, left over from first group days. But yeah, I remember this very well. There's actually a connecting door between compartments, so if you're in a group of 4, 3 or 4 people can be in a room, share a room together as in a manner. It's a very narrow corridor. We've got a platform 9 3/4 bag there, and I think that's meant to be an owl. Flushy. So this is, and again, you've got the attendance compartment at the end there with the new style Caledonia sleeper tweed uniform, which I love, and a rather more comfortable chair. Similar layout to the Grizzly Teak, but was they built for the 1980s. This is important because it's a Glasgow and South Western Railway coach. This one's going to Largs. So it's a full brake, I think. Six wheel brake van. Built in Kilmarnock. So this would have been used on the Glasgow and South Western express trains between Glasgow or Carlisle and Stranraer, I imagine. If it was on one of the Stranraer boat trains, that's probably why you want a full brake, so you've got plenty of space for luggage and mail. So that's a beautiful, beautiful van. Alright, so this is cool. This is a 3-foot gauge contractor's locomotive built by Andrew Barclay in Kilmarnock. Air braked, interestingly, but we've got some stairs we can actually get up onto the footplate here. It's such an adorable little engine. I want to take it for a drive. So this is Kelton Fell, which is built by the Nielsen company in Glasgow, which is very similar to the North British shunter back here, which I think was this Nielsen, or this was built by North British at Carriage works. But anyone who's familiar with the Hornby Smoky Joe model, we've all got one. This is kind of the engine it was based on. But similar design here on Kelton Fell. But this one's got stairs, so we can actually go and have a look up in the cab. Got a little seat there you can sit on. Very practical shunting engine, good visibility, no sides to the cab, but yeah, ideal as a little shunting engine. One of my favourite engines, of course, is Waterside Number 24, which originally worked at Bo'ness Kinneil Works, which of course now is the Doon Valley Railway. But I think this is the first time we've been able to get into the cab. This engine was outside before. Absolutely fantastic. Big boiler on this. So you got this little wooden seat there we can sit on. But this engine was still being used up to the 1970s. So brilliant to see it in here, but it would be nice to get it running again. A quick Birkhill rebuilding update. As you can see, there's glazing sort of in the signal box now and some tiles on the roof, so that's coming on nicely. Obviously we've got a pallet of tiles here. The other platform remains as yet unpaved, and yeah, that's not changed since my last visit. The footbridge is still closed on the other side, but it's good to see the work coming on. A couple of sleepers there, these look really new. Back on the train, and we're in a Mark II coach. There's two Mark IIs on this train, and the rest are all Mark I's up at the front end. But this is probably the comfiest, standard class anyway, railway coach ever made. I love these, actually decent comfy seats. Why can't we have any seat trains like this anymore? that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Give us a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.